Hello, Taurus. This is your general reading, Taurus, for the week of the 2nd to the 8th of July, July 2nd to July 8th. This is a general reading for sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. So let's go ahead and have a look, Taurus, and see what message or messages come up for you for this week. Taurus. So what I'm seeing overall for this week, Taurus, I do feel like you're dealing with a situation right now that has to do with a possible ex. And I feel like this ex could possibly, perhaps they have a child, or perhaps this is your child. However, I'm feeling like there's a situation here that's bringing a lot of stress. It's bringing a lot of anxiety, Taurus. I feel like it's bringing a lot of sleepless nights, whatever this situation is. And I feel like there is a lot of infighting, a lot of conflict going on with this Taurus. For whatever reason, I feel like there's some kind of energy here dealing with your ex, and I feel like possibly this child that we're dealing with here could be the child of the current partner of your ex, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like for whatever reason, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of conflict regarding this. And I almost feel like there's a situation here that there's some kind of being bound or being trapped and really kind of dragging your feet through mud. Taurus, what I'm seeing overall, I'm taking the King of Coins here, specifically Taurus, as your energy. And I feel like whatever is happening, it has to do with an ex, and possibly their partner has a child, is the general feeling that I'm getting here, is that the partner, your ex-partner, is currently dating somebody or with somebody that has a child. And I feel like this is where the possible anxiety is coming up from. I feel this is where the possible conflict is coming up from. I almost feel like, Taurus, that I feel like you're going to be stable through this situation. I feel like some of this, this negative energy, some of this kind of sleepless nights and anxiety and possibly being bound. I feel like you may currently have this feeling of being bound or feeling blocked in the situation. However, I feel like a lot of the anxiety is coming from this ex situation. I feel like this ex partner of yours is kind of throwing out a lot of this anxious energy towards you. I don't feel like it's necessarily your energy. I feel like they are the ones, or this your ex with this new person that has a child. I feel like they are the ones that are throwing some of this negative energy towards you, Taurus. I feel like for whatever reason, they're throwing their anxiety towards you. And I feel like they're throwing some of their kind of feisty and fighting energy towards you. I feel like your ex is kind of possibly looking at you with some of this negative energy, actually. And I feel like it may not even necessarily be the new person that they're with. And I don't feel like it's the child. I feel like it's more of your ex that's throwing some of this nasty kind of energy towards you. And not necessarily nasty. I just feel like there may be some conflict here. There may be some feisty energy. There may be some infighting. There may be some anxiety in general. And I feel like this could be what is making you feel a little bit blocked this week, Taurus, because I do feel like overall your energy is very stable. I feel like overall you're really not attached emotionally. I do feel that there is some kind of emotional detachment here. So I don't feel like you're extremely involved in this situation at this point anymore. I do feel like you have moved on from it. However, I feel like you are trying to move on, and there is some kind of block nonetheless. I feel like you're moving through the block, but I feel like you're kind of dragging your feet. So I feel like this could be a situation, perhaps this is something that your ex lives nearby, and this could be somewhat that's contributing to this blockage, or there could be something, possibly this is your own child, a child that you had with your ex. If I'm seeing this now, I'm seeing that this could also be another possibility, that the child could be between you and your ex, and this is what could possibly be creating this bound feeling, this kind of blockage here. However, my general feeling is that this child is of this new person of your ex. However, this could be both possibilities here. It's either their child or it could be your child. But in either case, it's the ex that is causing, that's throwing their own anxiety and their own kind of feistiness onto you, which is kind of making you feel blocked, essentially, Taurus. But nonetheless, like I said, Taurus, you are stable. You are the bull. You are solid where you are. I feel like you're a very grounded individual, and I feel like even though there's this little block here, which is at the end, it's a minor block. There's nothing major happening here, so I don't see any major changes. I don't see any major energies here. I do feel like emotionally you are detached from whatever this situation is, and I feel like they're just kind of, trying to still go after you, essentially. They're still trying to afflict you with their energies, or throw their energy towards you to see if you're going to react. And I feel like this conflict, this fighting, this anxiety, I feel like your ex is they're kind of trying to attack you to see what you're going to do in this situation, Taurus. And I feel that you're so grounded where you're at right now, and you have detached yourself from this person. I feel like even though you're kind of feeling bound, you're moving forward nonetheless. And so that is on the positive note. I feel like you're moving forward. You still know where you're heading, and you still know your objectives. I feel like even though you're dragging your feet through mud a little bit, you're still on the forward road. So that is where I'm going to leave it at for this week, Taurus. Like I said, I see the situation here that really the main issue this week seems to be an issue regarding an ex that's with a new person, or a partner, or with somebody that possibly has a child. Could possibly be your child, but they could also be the child of this new person of your ex. But I feel the main focus of this week is not necessarily this person that is dating your ex, or the child, whether it's theirs or yours. I feel like the main focus is really that your ex seems to be throwing some kind of negative energy your way, whether it's their own anxiety, their own stress that they're kind of trying to attack you with. They're kind of trying to get you engaged in one of their arguments. They're trying to, rile up some kind of conflict within you, Taurus. And I feel, however, that you are completely stable. You're completely grounded here, Taurus. And I feel like you've emotionally separated yourself. Even though you're feeling a little bit bound in the situation right now, I do feel, Taurus, that you are moving forward, even though it kind of feels like drudgery. I do feel like you know where you're heading, you know your objectives, you know your goals, and I do feel like you are moving forward from whatever this situation is from your ex. So I feel like you're ignoring them, essentially, which sometimes when we have people kind of throwing this anxiety and throwing these kind of attacks on us, sometimes that's all we can do is really ignore them, especially if they're an ex. We have to remain grounded. We have to remain stable. We have to disconnect, and we have to just let them do their thing, and we have to continue to move forward doing our own thing as well. So that is the message for you for this week, Taurus. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you like this material, do subscribe and have a good week.